We had North Las Vegas Police, Las Vegas Police, code enforcement, animal control. So I said, you know what, man, I've had it. So I just said, hey, give me my gun. Make me sound good, Nikki. I want you to change my voice, man. People call on the phone. Oh, is this Chuck? How could you tell? It sounds like I'm going through puberty for the 40th time. I'm Chuck Fromer. I'm the owner of the oldest meat market in Las Vegas. So my grandfather, John Mull, came to Las Vegas in 1936 to work on Hoover Dam. In about 1943, he started John Mull's Meats because he saw the opportunity to sell beef, pork, poultry to a lot of people that really couldn't get wholesome products in Las Vegas. At that time, the war was going on. So they had ration stamps. So he decided he was going to go out on a limb and utilize his ranching capabilities in Utah to produce beef, bring it down, and sell it primarily to the minority people of Las Vegas. They had a difficult time actually purchasing product because they couldn't get the ration stamps. In 1951, we received our first business license. In 1953, we got our first health permit. They determined that this business was founded in 1953. Realistically, it was founded in 1943. John Mull's Meat started out as a meat market, but it primarily was a slaughterhouse. We had one section of land, which would be 640 acres. The surrounding area was basically just sand dunes. There was quite a bit of water in Las Vegas at that time, so if you dug a hole and you put a pump in, you could actually make an artesian well. The aquifers were so close to the surface. Well, when I was a kid growing up in Vegas, it was really, really cool. We used to put a shotgun on our handlebars on our bicycle and ride to Tule Springs, shoot dove after school, and come back over here and go to work. We never had any issues with the police. It was like living in a rural community next to a major city. My father took over John Mull's Meats in 1957. He decided it was a little too much work for him, so he actually sold it to my uncle, who was Bill Mull. He was a very, very intelligent guy. I mean, he really pushed the beef production to the limit. When I actually took over John Mull's, I bought it from my uncle. That was probably the best thing I could have ever done. I wasn't really aware what I was in store for. I really didn't think I was going to own it for another 40 years. So when I took it over, I had to make several changes. We were an FDA plant. In other words, we were allowed to slaughter, we could sell commercially, and we were governed by the FDA. It was 1996, 1997. We had a gentleman bring in 2 beef. He was a real cowboy. You know, a real cowboy has he has the shafts, he's got the spurs, little vest with the little chain, so I knew he was the cowboy. I pulled the first beef in and I said, hey, whatever you do, don't pull forward. I said, because if you pull forward, the second beef's gonna just walk out. I hear the truck pull forward. I see the second beef walk out. I went running out the back door. So that beef ran around to the back of the building. I grabbed his tail, he's dragging me down the fence. By the time the cowboy came up, I said, hey, man, I said, just put your arm in his mouth, pull back, and I said, he'll lay right down. He said, I'm not gonna do that. He'll bite me. I said, he doesn't have any teeth. He can't bite. I thought you were a cowboy. So anyway, I just let go of him, and that beef took off. I hear this, boom, boom, boom. Oh, no, man. I went out. He had wrapped his rope around my truck and was like beating the sides into my truck. And I only had that truck literally for about 3 months. So it was brand new. So he takes off, he goes down the street. We go after chasing him. He hit 3 cars. Literally, I had to pay for all 3 of those cars. We had North Las Vegas Police, Las Vegas Police, code enforcement, animal control. So I said, you know what, man, I've had it. So I just said, hey, give me my gun. Well, that was foolish. Now, everybody in Las Vegas had a camcorder, so they were filming it. One of the journalists actually came up and said, what were you thinking? I said, well, it was a cow. It wasn't a human being, man. I said, I just shot a cow. He had tears in his eyes. I ended up getting a little community service over that little event. We actually got taken off the federal program because of that. That's when we became a barbecue joint. When we got in the barbecue business, we had a lot of trial and error. I think if I had $1 for every rib that I screwed up, I'd probably be a multi-millionaire by now. I think I've burnt up more meat than you'd ever think of, man. Believe that, I've fucked up some meat, man. We spent at least 1.5 years trying to perfect being able to mass produce ribs. We started out smoking them. You've only got so much smoking capabilities. What we were trying to achieve was a smoked rib flavor by boiling it. And it took literally 1 year to perfect that to the point where they were still moist, they were still tasty, they still taste like they were smoked. That way it only takes 1/10 the amount of time to cook them. We destroyed a lot of ribs along the way. Our style of barbecue is definitely unique to everybody else's. We produce everything from scratch. All of our sausage products on hand, all of our seasonings on hand. We get 4 semis a week dropping off products. We go through 24 briskets, 88 slabs of ribs, 240 pounds of burnt ends, 48 chicken, 32 pork butts, 300 pounds of rib tips on a daily basis. It's not just a business, it's my life. I still get up every morning at, say, 4:30 in the morning, and I get to work at about 6, and I leave every day about 10 o'clock at night. I work 7 days a week. It's not really a job, it's what I like to do, so it's really not that difficult. The key to success is loving your business. You have to do what it takes to make it happen, make it work. Nothing's gonna come easy. If you keep pursuing your dream, it's gonna come true. Oh, I love Las Vegas, man. I love this city. This city has been great to me. The people in this city are great. I'm extremely proud that I can give back. You couldn't see anybody more proud than me, man.